We begin in eastern Ukraine, where frontline fighting has intensified across key sectors. Winter conditions, mounting losses, and constant pressure from both sides are shaping a conflict defined by endurance and attrition, rather than rapid maneuvers. Commanders are adjusting tactics to the terrain, weather, and evolving enemy movements. Heavy fighting continues around Kupiansk, Lyman, the outskirts of Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and positions across Donetsk and Luhansk. These areas are critical for supply, rail, and road lines. Control of even small terrain features can influence the operational balance, affecting reinforcement routes and frontline stability. Frozen ground allows heavy vehicles to move beyond paved roads, but snow, ice, and limited visibility restrict mobility. Urban ruins, industrial zones, and forests favor defenders and force close-range engagements. Armored advances are slower and riskier, increasing reliance on tactical coordination and indirect fire. Russian forces rely on combined arms operations, coordinating mechanized infantry, tanks, artillery, and missile strikes. Tanks are used carefully, often firing from covered positions behind infantry screens. Reconnaissance in force probes Ukrainian lines, seeking weaknesses while minimizing exposure to anti-tank weapons and drones. Tanks remain present in significant numbers, but their role has shifted. Instead of leading breakthroughs, they function mainly as mobile fire support. Mines, anti-tank systems, and constant drone surveillance limit large-scale armor assaults. Both sides now deploy tanks in smaller, coordinated elements closely integrated with infantry. Ukrainian forces focus on layered defenses of trenches, obstacles, and fortified positions. Infantry forms the backbone, with tanks used selectively to reinforce sectors or strike enemy strongpoints. Precision artillery, drones, and mobile reserves allow Ukraine to counter probes and prevent breakthroughs while conserving combat power. Both sides rotate units and move reserves closer to hotspots. Russian forces reinforce eastern axes, while Ukraine redeploys brigades to maintain defensive depth. Airspace is contested, with standoff strikes and drones critical for reconnaissance and targeting. Electronic warfare disrupts communication and targeting on both sides. Casualties and equipment losses are high. Tanks, mechanized vehicles, artillery, and infantry units are steadily consumed. Territorial gains remain limited due to attrition, defensive depth, and the difficulty of maneuvering under winter conditions. Logistics and supply remain decisive factors in sustaining operations. Russia seeks incremental gains, attrition of Ukrainian forces, and control of contested terrain in the Donbass. Ukraine aims to hold key positions, inflict losses, and maintain flexibility for counterattacks. Success now depends on coordination of infantry, tanks, artillery, and drones, rather than large armored thrusts. Localized breakthroughs could force rapid redeployments, weakening other sectors. Prolonged fighting may strain manpower, ammunition, and armored reserves. Winter conditions complicate logistics and maneuver. Civilians and infrastructure remain vulnerable, adding pressure on commanders to balance offense, defense, and humanitarian considerations. Upcoming weeks will reveal the impact of troop concentration, armored movements, artillery fires, and reserve deployments. Weather, supply sustainability, and morale will be decisive. Both sides continue to adapt to the evolving battlefield, making endurance, coordination, and tactical flexibility critical. In summary, eastern Ukraine remains a focal point of intense, grinding combat. Tanks are still crucial but no longer decisive alone. The conflict is defined by endurance, attrition, and combined arms coordination. For continued updates and in-depth coverage, subscribe to the channel and stay informed on global security and battlefield developments.